with Pete from CPAC in Orlando, Florida. Kayleigh, your reaction?
Yeah, so President Biden's rallied the world, except he hasn't, because Europe is the impediment to crippling sanctions on Russia, Rachel, which should have been in place a long time ago. Literally, I think it was 8 days ago, Joe Biden said, I can say with certainty Russia is going to invade. Well, if you know for certainty they're going to invade, issue the crippling sanctions then. But why can't we do it? Because Europe's leading the way. It would crush them economically. They are calling the shots, not the nation's foremost superpower, the United States of America. The dynamic on the world stage has changed.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kayleigh, as you look at this,
well, Kayleigh,
go ahead, Pete. Go ahead, Pete.
Go ahead, Will.
No,
go ahead.
All yours.
I'll take it. I'm here. We look like we're in different boxes, but we're sitting right next to each other.
Right next to
so, right here. But Kayleigh, you know, it was the Trump administration that sent Stingers and Javelins, that sent actual kinetic weapons there. So there is a lot that you could argue that the resistance that the Ukrainians are putting up right now is thanks to the Trump administration.
Yeah, thanks to the Trump administration, and thanks to the Trump administration, Pete, for 4 years, there were no invasions from Russia. You know, it's laughable to me when people say this wasn't anything novel, this wasn't anything new, it would have happened under President Trump. Excuse me, Crimea happened in 2014. The guy in charge was President Obama. This happened in 2022. The guy in charge is President Joe Biden. There was a 4-year absence of Putin invading, and that was the Trump years, where you're exactly right. Lethal weaponry went to Ukraine, crippling sanctions. There was almost nothing left to sanction, as Robert O'Brien said, expelling the diplomatic presence of Russia on the west coast of our country. The actions were different.
Hey, Kayleigh, you're the perfect person to ask this of. We've been discussing it on the couch during the commercial breaks. The State of the Union is next Tuesday. Obviously, domestic politics and Joe Biden's role in what's going on internationally plays a role in all of this. And in the midst of that, he nominates Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson to the Supreme Court. Is that calculated, Kayleigh? Like, what's going on with this happening at this moment in time, and layer in the State of the Union?
It feels that way. It's interesting when you look at kind of the leak campaign or the sources that talk to publications behind the scene. Those sources have indicated, there's an article about a month ago just after Breyer's retirement, that the White House knew Breyer had planned a retirement. I think there was a pressure campaign. It's my personal opinion. They need a victory. There's no doubt about that. And typically, you know, nominating a Supreme Court justice is a massive victory. Think Amy Coney Barrett or Kavanaugh or Gorsuch. But it says something about how bad the times in the world are with Ukraine, with inflation, when the nomination of a Supreme Court justice, a paramount achievement for a president, is just not going to be enough. There was a poll out that about 60% of the country would categorize President Joe Biden's first year as a failure. So I think they're looking for some wind, a tailwind behind them. This may be a blip, but I think it's just that, a blip, which says a lot about where we are.
It sure does. Maybe just
for sure. Hey guys, if I can, if I can, the camera caught me. Well, she gave great analysis, and you were going to follow up on that, which I concur. The camera caught me waving to the camera because I was trying to get back to a two-shot. Because the two of us will be here, if I can plug it.
Yes.
We'll be hosting All Access Live on Fox Nation at 12 noon. No, I was waving around. The camera was on me, and I was talking to the camera.
I did. I saw
we will
it.
Be,
okay.
I saw it, Pete.
But the two of us will be together in a two-shot at 12 noon today on Fox Nation, doing All Access Live, covering what's happening at CPAC, and a lot of it has to do with Russia and Ukraine.
So the takeaway was Pete was yelling, "Put me on camera."
No.
Yes, that was my
Pete was saying, watch Fox Nation.
That's right. Watch Fox Nation, catch CPAC, catch those two on Fox Nation at CPAC. Thank you both. Thank you, Kayleigh, for joining us this morning.